last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not, and she fell off of the stage.
Rumors about Bobby Brown pulling up on Oprah Winfrey are going viral online because he already let the world know that Whitney was on drugs.
You broke tradition a little bit and saw her before the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the first time I had actually saw her do drugs.
Cocaine.
Yes, ma'am.
In his new memoir, Every Little Step, Brown writes that he saw her hunched over a bureau snorting a line of cocaine. "You want some?" Whitney asked. Brown says he answered no.
People trusted Oprah like she was a friend of the family. They went to her with all their problems. They figured if they wanted to get their lives documented in the right way, in a professional way, Oprah Winfrey was the person for the job. Bobby Christina, rest in peace, told Oprah she still talks to Whitney even though Whitney passed, and she wants to follow in her mother's footsteps. So a lot of people believing that it's some hocus pocus, some spooky ooky going on, and Oprah got a lot of bad karma for even speaking on this family, especially with all the tragedies that happened over the years. When she recently came out and said what she said, it shocked a lot of people because Clive Davis just passed, and people was wondering, well, Clive Davis had something to do with Whitney Houston's passing, and before people could connect those dots, Oprah Winfrey jumped out the window with the Whitney Houston drug allegations, and it seemed like she just doing that to cover up for Clive. The same way she covered up for Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and all her other peers that got money. It's looking like she got an agenda, her and Gail. Whoever paying them, they paying them well to do whatever it is they need them to do. Rest in peace to Clive Davis. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I figure he came up in the industry where everybody riding and foul, so I wouldn't be surprised if the rumors about him was true. Oprah, you're going to have to apologize to Whitney Houston's family. If these rumors about Bobby Brown pulling up on her is true, I can understand why he did it. He want his family to rest in peace. It seemed like every 5 years somebody come out disrespecting Whitney and she ain't even around to offend nobody. It's like they still mad about her crack habits. All of the dope fiends in the world, all of the people selling dope, all of the people manufacturing dope, that ain't got nothing to do with Whitney Houston no more. They done bought all the dope they was ever gonna buy in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Y'all need to let it go unless y'all plan on bringing her back to smoke some more dope. Y'all gonna have to take that up with Elon Musk. The world getting crazier and crazier. And Oprah look like she got a couple of screws loose because she still ain't got them edges together. She might as well marry Gail and call it a day. If the rumors about them having an intimate relationship is true, I wouldn't have a problem with that neither. I'm just saying people out here talking. I'm heartbroken because I'm wondering if they ever gonna leave Whitney alone. They ain't left Michael Jackson alone yet. They still putting out movies about his ass. I wish I never seen them. Before you know it, they're going to be coming out with the Clive Davis movie. I don't know who they're going to hire to play him. Count Dracula. I don't know who they're going to get to play Clive, but I know it's coming soon. People are still heartbroken that Oprah Winfrey came out her mouth and mentioned Whitney Houston. For what reason? I don't know.
Let's turn to Oprah and the bombshell about Whitney Houston that she kept hidden for nearly 17 years.
I was interviewing Whitney Houston. I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs.
You're drug-free?
Yes, ma'am. No weed, no coke, no.
Do you think you ever will again? Be tempted?
Oprah, I can only take today, one day at a time. Right now, no.
The first interview I did with her, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
That unforgettable 2009 interview took place nearly 2.5 years before Whitney's tragic drowning. It was shot over several days and spanned 2 cities, first New York.
Your drug of choice was weed combined with cocaine.
Rock cocaine.
With rock cocaine.
Yes.
then Chicago.
I am at that point in my life, I have no regrets.
While accepting the Cannes Lionheart Award, Oprah now says she tried to protect the singer by covering up the apparent relapse.
I knew if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
I spoke to Oprah in Chicago just days before the interview aired.
Did she tell the truth about her relationship, the drugs?
She gave it up. She talked about what drugs she did to the point where I was like, I'm confused. And Whitney in one moment says, stay with me, Oprah.
We're freebasing cocaine.
Basically.
So what are you smoking with? How do you,
You put it in your marijuana. Oprah. Okay.
Okay.
Go with me here.
Okay, go. I'm going with you.
You put it in your marijuana, you lace it, you roll it up, and you smoke it, and your weed.
You ask the question, and they are saying things, and your jaw is dropping, and you're like, ay, 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 ay.
First of all, we don't know if this is old news or new news. This could be some refried news. Ain't nobody seen Oprah in about 10 years. And this is a shame if they dug in the crates to come up with some old news to shock people about Whitney Houston because Clive Davis passed away, and God forbid somebody start pulling up some dirt on him. Gayle King and Oprah always gonna be a scapegoat. Now they running this in the chitlin circuit. Got everybody up in arms because of something Oprah said, I don't know, probably 15 years ago. It's been a long time. Unless she recently said this stuff. Let me do a little bit of investigations real quick because I'm starting to think that this is all old news that they want to bring back out to the public to get everybody up in arms about nothing. Whitney Houston's family, you're a liar, Oprah. She wasn't high on your show. So what if she was? Who would be surprised if Whitney Houston was high on the Oprah Winfrey show? Who would be surprised if Whitney Houston was high anywhere? What, she was going to stay sober for Oprah? Like she was going to get drug tested to go on the show? She told Oprah she liked to sprinkle it in her weed. She gave her the whole get down. She should have got high in front of Oprah since she was giving her so many details. Whitney Houston's estate is pissed about Oprah Winfrey claiming the late singer showed up to a talk show high on drugs. And they say what happened that day is actually Oprah's fault. So was Oprah smoking dope? And that's the reason why she lost all that weight? Did she bring Whitney on the show so she can get her little bag? Whitney's estate, run by Pat Houston, tells TMZ in a statement, Pat empathetically responds to a statement made by Oprah on the Cannes Lions. Pat added, Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliar. If she was high, man. She fell off the stage, then hell, that's what them drugs do. That's all Oprah was trying to say. Listen.
We did the whole, hey girl, how you doing, greeting thing. And then I stopped the cameras and I went behind stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And do you all know this is an amazing thing that happened? I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
What about...
Man, I would have World Star, TMZ, put them pictures out. She got high and fell off the stage, and I mean, that's too much money to be passing up because Oprah begged somebody not to do it. Oprah got money. But I can understand Whitney Houston's estate, they trying to keep her best interests at heart, even though she gone, because regardless, she's still generating money. But Oprah, you gonna catch hell. Because you shouldn't have said none of that stuff. Ain't nobody asked you about her falling off the stage or smoking crack. She could have glossed over all of that, but she just kept on talking.
Pat, first and foremost, what went through your mind when you heard Oprah's comments?
The first interview I did with her, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
When I watched it, I was totally surprised. And, you know, my response, it didn't have anything to do with anger or outrage with Oprah, because I know for a fact on that day that Whitney was not high.
What do you remember about Whitney that day when you saw her and you looked into her eyes?
That was a very meaningful moment for her. In the history of knowing Whitney for over 30 some odd years, of course she abused drugs and everything, but for her craft, Whitney never showed up on stage high. You couldn't even get her out of her room, you know, if she were high. And for a statement to be made like that, it was extremely disappointing. And I have all the respect in the world for Oprah. I have to protect her legacy, you know. If it were true, I would admit it being true.
What Pat does admit, Whitney did fall off the stage during rehearsals.
She missed her step and she fell off stage. And of course, Oprah was very gracious and she immediately, you know, addressed the audience.
The audience had cameras. I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life.
She was adamant about it. No one will hear about this. You will not disrespect her. And she was so adamant and gracious.
What would you say to Oprah today?
Sister to sister, what happened? Because we both know that did not happen. I certainly would just want to ask the question, why? But it's not something, it wouldn't be anything confrontational, because I know that Whitney really, you know, trusted her, and so did I.
Man, I can't call it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Whitney was definitely on drugs. These rumors about Bobby Brown pulling up on Oprah to ask her some questions, I don't know if this stuff is true, but if it is, I wouldn't be surprised. I would have pulled up on Oprah too, asked if I could borrow a couple of $100. And if she would have reached in her purse and gave me a couple of $100, hell, might as well ask her for a couple of thousands of dollars, a couple of M's. You know she got it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. So much love for everybody tuning in. Let me know what y'all think about this. Do you even care if Whitney was high or not? Hell, she gone now. Let that woman rest. Oprah, you supposed to be her sister, always ratting somebody out, always talking crazy about somebody. Now she back in the news for all the wrong reasons. Oprah, wait till her secrets come out. Wait till somebody flip and let the world know what Oprah got going on. Talk about her fetishes. She ain't no saint. She got skeletons in her closet as well, man. She about to get exposed. One more thing before I go.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this